So now is the most important part where we're going to prep everything and make sure we've got everything for race day. So far, I think every triathlon that I've done, I've nearly always forgotten something. So fingers crossed this time round, I don't forget. So let's just break down all the stuff I've got. So as you can see here, I've got it all looking like I've got everything prepped. So obviously bike with spare inner tubes, just in here. Bottles are going to be in there with my nutrition. Got the helmet and bike computer. And then I've also got my electric pump there. So, and also there is some CO2 canisters that go down into the top tube. So let's start with the swim. So I've got a new wetsuit here, which I will try on when I get down to Swansea, but I've got my old one for just in case. Got some anti-chafe balm, which is key. So that's key for kind of sticking around your neck and like under your arms, because at the end of the day, when you're swimming for say 2K or 1.9K, it's a lot of rubbing on your neck and stuff like that, and that's the last thing you kind of want, is that chafing feeling when you're then going to go off and go sit on the bike and go for a run with even more chafing going on, especially as a bigger athlete. So got some goggles. These are a spare pair because I've got my goggles in here with a nose clip and a hat. Even though they give you a hat, it's mainly just for in case. So let's then move on to the next stuff. So the tri-suit, that will be underneath the wetsuit, which will be where everything is obviously performed in. So you cycle with it because it's got a little bit of padding on the bum area, but then also you have to run in it. So I've got tri-suit, got the belt that's going to have your race number on it, and then obviously a heart rate monitor. Heart rate monitor is kind of key, especially with my SVT stuff. So I want to kind of make sure that if I do kind of feel any sensations, I've got it at least monitored and I can keep a track of it on my watch, and I can always take some beta blockers during the race if I need to. Got some more chain wax, which I've already just waxed my chain there, as you can kind of see. Got some chamois cream, so that for shove that down there to make sure kind of help with any chafing. And cycling shoes, last time I forgot these, so I've got these with the socks to make sure I've got them, and some black tape, because when you have to stick stickers on your bike, you stick some black tape on it first and then put the stickers on there. It's easier to then take off afterwards, because as I think if you've done a triathlon, or you may not have before, when you've got like normal stickers and you have to peel it off, it's just an absolute ag. Whereas if you put the electrical tape down first, it then makes it a lot easier to peel off. And then let's move on to the run. So the run is real easy. Sunglasses, a hat, and a running belt potentially, a dog, and I've got my runners. So I've got my Addy Zeros, so the carbons. So this is all the essentials: swim, bike, and run. Obviously bike, and then this is just like some extras. So obviously for some content, so I've got my Insta360. I've also got my little Insta360 Go. So that's the camera, the content stuff. Then I've got my sleep stuff that I always take. So every night I take this Marchon advanced sleep stuff. This has magnesium in it, ashwagandha and apigenin, so really good sleep cocktail. Got some tape, which at the moment I don't actually need, so fingers crossed it stays like that. Got my Bible, got a book that I'm also reading, got an eye mask, which is key, a laptop to do some program for clients, some deodorant, and a multi-tool. And then to finish all up, obviously I've got my bottles themselves, so they will be for race day. They will be filled up with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so it's going to be really hot, so I'll be sweating lots, so they'll be there. Got a spare bottle as well, which I'll probably put for the run, so I can grab before I go out on the run. Even though they have stuff on course, it's just good to kind of know that I'm going to get 1,000 milligrams of sodium at this time, all set to exactly what I want. And in regards to their nutrition, I'll be making up my own gels tonight, sticking it in the fridge, and I've got some spare gels for in case. Got my little gel pouches. If you want to see how to make your own gels at a fraction of the cost of normal gels, 56p for 90 grams of carbs, compared to what would normally cost you about a £5 for 90 grams of carbs. Check out the video here and it shows you how to make them. But fructose, glucose, and then some pectin. So I like it unflavored. I think it's probably the easiest to go down, so that's what I've been doing. So, and I've also got a carbon electrolyte drink, lemonade flavor, which I like to just add into the bottles, just because some extra carbs because why not, but also because of the electrolytes, so it just gives it a little bit more flavor. These are the electrolytes that I take the Pure Sport ones because I just think probably the tastiest. They've got 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 100 milligrams of magnesium, and yeah, they're decent. And of course a set of scales, and I will obviously have my coffee machine because I've got my old coffee machine which I'll be taking because you need that morning coffee. So fingers crossed, that is everything. We will have to see at the end of the day. Last time when I did my last 70.3, I thought I had everything and then realized I didn't have cycling shoes. So this time, fingers crossed, it looks like I've got everything. So we're gonna pack it up, get ourselves ready to go.